Hello there. Hi, everyone. This is Carrie with CoachCarrieSpeaks.com, and I'm so happy that you've decided to join me on this webinar. I can't wait to share with you these tips that are going to help turn your business around, help increase your business, and it's just awesome information. But before we start, I'd like to ask if you could just you know, put anything distracting away. Maybe your cell phone over there. Maybe if you're in Facebook, shut that down. YouTube, shut it down. Just for the next 20 minutes or so. So, as I'm sharing these things, you'll be able to write them down, jot them down, do whatever. And I don't know about you, but I've tried to multitask a lot of times, and then I miss a big point and I can't go back to it and whatever. So yeah, just if you can just have your full undivided attention. Can't wait. So I also want to say that at the end of this webinar, I'm going to share with you something so exciting that you're going to be glad that I told you about it. So at the end of the webinar, I will give you some great information. Okay, so today we're going to talk about marketing on Facebook using social media. And I am going to share my screen here and get going on that. And I don't want to start with one. I want to start at the beginning. So we love technology, don't we? Yes, we do. So I'm going to start at the beginning of my presentations from the beginning. Here we go. Attraction marketing using social media. So first decision to make when we're talking about social media is to determine which social media platform you're going to use. And I usually tell people to use the platform that they are currently using and the one that they use most often. The information I share here will be applicable to any social media platform. Throughout this training, I will refer to Facebook only, but know that you can apply the information to the platform you are using now, just with a few tweaks, okay? The reason I say to use the platform you're currently using now is because your learning curve is going to be a lot shorter. You already know how to post, you'll already know how to do whatever it takes, whether you're using Instagram, whether you're using Twitter or Facebook. Okie dokie. Next. Okay, so we're going to talk about Facebook, okay? We're going to talk about the profile picture and your banner picture. Let's talk about the banner, the big space on the back of your, on the top part of your Facebook page. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they do not put a professional looking banner on their Facebook page. Or if there's a banner present, it is usually a really random photograph. The banner doesn't have to be professionally done, but it must be something that people would like to look at. If you don't have the ability to create a banner for your Facebook page, you can always go to Fiverr.com and have them create one for you for $5. If your profile photo is something other than yourself, people will not take you seriously. Your profile photo should be taken outside if at all possible, because the lighting is a lot better. And if it's taken inside, it needs to look professional. And just be positive in your photograph. Now, our cell phones are so awesome now. You could pretty much take a nice professional looking picture anywhere. So just have it a view of your face forward and so that people can see you clearly. And I also wanted to mention something that's not here regarding your Facebook banner. I also use the free website Canva, CANV.com. Canva.com is a free site where you can create your banner, you can create ebooks, and they'll host it for you there. You can create all kinds of stuff. And this platform is totally free. It is an awesome platform. So look into it. Okay, let's talk about adding friends to your Facebook page. To one of my mentors, when I first started off with doing social media prospecting or attraction marketing, my mentor said that if you don't have at least 2,000 people on your friends list, you're not reaching anybody. And I'm like, at the time, I only had 300 people. And so I had to learn real quick how to add friends to my friend list. So I previously talked about building your friends list. And today I will go through the steps on how to do it. It is important to set aside time each day to work on building your friends list. If you work full time, you must carve out the time to do this. So first, you must determine who your target market is. Who is it that you want to reach, that you want to help? Who's your ideal customer? You want to think of people's pain points and what they are, what people are struggling with, and what keeps them up at night, and answer those questions. So I just want to go back to adding friends. Adding friends to Facebook. I don't mention it here, but my mentor told me that if I want to start building my audience, that I should try to contact at least 10 people a day. 5 if you're working full time. What do I mean by that? She suggested that you go to some groups. First of all, join groups that you think your prospects are in. Okay, you have to join Facebook groups. You just have to. Okay, but what she does is she'll go into a group and start reading posts. And if there's something there that's pretty neat, something she agrees on, she will comment on that post, or she will comment on a comment that's left in that post. And she'll start making contact that way. Then say some conversation, they'll just talk back and forth. And then she'll put that name on a list of names to follow up with. That's how she starts out. She just goes and finds someone and just talks. Never start off talking about business. We'll get into that later. Okay? Active marketing. Active marketing is actively going after people to friend request them so you can grow your list. You want to find someone who is very popular in your niche on Facebook and go to his or her page. These are some ideas. From that page, you can search for people who you can friend request. Okay, find a post that has a lot of likes and or comments. Pull those lists up. Whoever made those comments, pull those up and start looking through the list of people to find someone who you think might be a prospect. But before you hit send a request, you need to hover over their names, look at their profile, and determine from there if you should friend request. Do they have a photo of themselves? What does their banner look like? Do they speak English? And another thing I look at, so just hovering and seeing that little bit of information, then I'll go, this person looks like, they might be a fit. So I actually go into their page and start seeing how often do they post. Some people do not post very often, and that's someone I would not friend request. Also, I don't immediately friend request. If I find someone that might fit what I'm looking for, I'll go to their page and I will follow them first. Okay, if people see that you're following them, they'll say, hey, who's this following me? They'll go to your page and say, hey, this person looks interesting. I'll follow her back. And that begins the circle. Okay. So once you've friend requested someone and they've accepted you, you might be wondering what you will message them. So for your engagement with the new friend, will not include anything but asking them questions to try to determine how you can help them. Never talk about your business, okay? Your questions might be about what they do in their business, or how long have they been doing it? Are they feeling successful? If there was any area that they would need help in, what would it be, etc. So just talk about that. So naturally, when you ask people questions, they will eventually start asking you questions. At the end of your time, if you find that they don't buy anything, or they don't, they just stop engaging, do not have your emotions involved, and do not let that no get involved. Just move forward. And from experience, what I have experienced is that people would say, just stop messaging you back and forth, or they'll say, no, I'm not interested, blah, blah, blah. But they are still following you. Okay, they're still interested, but that particular time that you engaged with them was not a good time. Maybe they're stressed at work, stressed at home, but then several months later, it's a great possibility you'll hear back from them and they'll start asking you questions. Okay. Also, if you approach someone trying to get a sale without even asking for one, they did not ask you for anything about your business, and you go in on them with your business, your prospect will sense your neediness and they will find you offensive, and they will probably unfriend you. Never, never, never lead with your business. So what is passive marketing? What you post on your Facebook wall should be one of the following three. So, or you can do all three: your results, value, and lifestyle. Let's talk about these three areas. If you find you don't have your personal results you can use, the results of business partners, people your trainer will work just as fine. Okay, so what do I mean by results? It could be, let's say you need a certain amount of numbers to qualify, blah, 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 and you haven't met those numbers. You can say, my mentor, Al, is showing me step by step how to get to my numbers to become president level. Al has been president level for years. We are just about there. So talk about someone else's personal results. Maybe you just started a weight loss and you've only lost a couple pounds. You don't want to share that. Share someone else's. It's just as effective. Excuse me. Now, let's talk about value. Value is the number one thing you should be posting most often, because this is how you will build your brand long term. As you post a value on your personal page, it could be stuff like quotes, titles of books you're reading, self-improvement videos, but it needs to be tips or information that your target market will find helpful and that will solve their problems. Thirdly, lifestyle. So when people start following you and liking your posts, they're going to want to know about you and your lifestyle. That doesn't mean you post your personal business, but you can post things like pictures of you and your mother going to dinner, or you leaving on a trip, or some about your pets, something that your audience can see about you that makes you personable and human. So let's talk about branding. Whatever you post on your social media platform should be about you. You are the one sharing the tips. You're the one leaving the quotes. You're the one giving value. This is how people will start trusting you. Okay. You never want to post anything about your business on social media. When you do that, you take away from you, and now you become that business. So, example, let's say you are an ad merchant distributor, and I just made that name up. I don't know anything about that. And you want to sell their products to your social media audience. You start posting all kinds of ad merchant information on your wall, day in and day out. By the way, that is considered spamming. And if you're doing that now, you must stop immediately. So when you start spamming your business on social media, you're going to lose your audience and people will stop following you, and your friends may even unfriend you. We call that being in the NFL club, no friend left club. Spamming is ineffective and offensive. Okay. Another reason you do not want to mention your business on your post is because what happens if all you did was talk about ad merchant, and then one day ad merchant goes out of business? Okay, ad merchant all up and down your posts every day, and it goes out of business. You will have to start all over. And if you get into another business, no one isn't going to believe you because your prior business went under. So they'll assume you must not know how to pick a business, right? And so now if that business went under and all you did was brand yourself, you will not have to start all over because you never advertised it anyway. You just continue on. So, mentioning your personal business, you might be wondering, when should I mention my personal company on social media? The answer is that will not be necessary. If you are adding value to people and you are posting the results that you're getting and growing using social media, your audience will start messaging you, wanting to know what business you're involved in, and then they will want to get involved. When that person contacts you, they're essentially giving you the permission to share with them about your personal business. So when you post things on your social media platform, you need to post a link to your personal website at the end of that post so people can choose to go there and check you out. Now, I got to interject here. Facebook does not like you posting links in your post because they don't want anybody clicking out of Facebook. They want Facebook people to stay on Facebook. So I recommend, if there's any kind of link that you're sharing that applies to your post, you should put that link in the comment. You should say, see comment below to get the link. Okay. It's okay to put your link in the comments area, but don't put them in the post. Okay. Because nobody will see that post. Facebook will shut that down. Call to action. What is a call to action? Or we call it CTA. It is an instruction you give your audience at the end of your post. For example, if your target market is in travel and you post something about what to expect when traveling in Dubai, and then at the end of the post, your call to action can be, put a 1 in the comment if you have ever traveled to Dubai, or put a yes in comments if traveling to Dubai is on your bucket list. Once you have gotten people to comment, you will go to their page and personally message them with questions, but don't spam, with questions in response to their comments, 1 or yes. Personally, I would ask, so I see you've been to Dubai. What was your most memorable moment? Then I would continue with questions, but not bombarding them. Eventually, I would ask if they have ever been to any other international destination. My questioning would eventually lead to my personal business of travel. Now, something else I want to mention about this, the call to action. I see so many people not do that. Two things. First of all, when people read a post, they want to know what they have to do. Now, I would leave so many more comments on posts instead of just hitting the like button. I would leave so many more comments if I was instructed what to do. Seriously, you guys have to remember that that's key, because it goes to my second point. When Facebook sees there's a lot of comments, that there's a lot of response to a post, the algorithm will shoot it even further out and more people will lay their eyes on it. So that's why it's so important to get people to comment on your post and to have interaction on your post. Okay, so don't forget your call to action. When I go to into different groups and I see someone say, they make a post and then they say, buy my products on my page, but they don't leave the link, or put a one and I'll get you the link, right? We just want to know what you want us to do. Consistency. When you are just starting out, consistency is a key. You should be posting at least 3 times a day on social media. And that could be like 2 times in Facebook, 1 time in Instagram. You stay with the main social media platform, but it's okay to just get more interaction, okay? But don't post more than 3 times a day. So an example you can follow is in the morning, maybe you share some results of someone or your personal results. I lost 10 pounds or whatever like that. And then at the end of post, don't forget to leave the call to action, such as comment me below if this is true for you, or put a 1 in the comments if you agree, or anything like that, okay? Noontime, share something about your lifestyle. Pictures of you doing this, or you just went to see this concert, something personable. And then in the evening, share some value, some information that your target market will find valuable, right? So for instance, if you're in the health and wellness, you could say, I just read this interesting story that says if you boil cinnamon sticks, okay, for about 8 minutes, and then you strain it and then just drink that water, it will balance your blood sugar out for the day, and it will not have you going crazy. You won't be crashing and stuff like that, which is true. That's true. But that would be a valuable post for a health and wellness, okay? You don't have to be great to start. You just have to start to become great. The first thing you must do is to take action. Post up your first piece of content, take a video, etc. This is going to take time because it is a process. Just know, as you remain consistent, as you read up on information in your business area, as you participate in personal development, after all this, you will begin to see the growth. I always tell people to give this process at least 6 months and then reevaluate. If you do not see any growth of any kind at that point, you either did not work the process, you were not consistent, or you just moved too slow. Time is of the essence, and moving forward should not be an option. You should look for failure. Look for the no's in whatever you're presenting. Just know that no is part of the business. And as you get them from your people, you can be reassured you're on the right track. We used to have a joke, me and another business partner, I got 3 no's today. Yay! We'd be all happy about it. because we knew right around the corner it's going to be a yes. Okay, use those no's or failures to share with other people and to help empower them so they don't have to make the same mistake. A good book to go to is Go for No. Okay, that book will show you that yes is the destination, but no is how you get there. So, in conclusion, a good idea is to look for the top marketers in your field and just recreate what they're putting out just by adding your own twist to it, your own philosophy, your own stories to what they're doing. That is where you start. And at the end of each post, you're going to make a call to action. You're going to leave a call to action. So thank you for attending the webinar. And I promised that at the end of this webinar, I was going to share something with you that is really awesome. And what I'm going to share with you is I'm going to put it in the link, a link in the comments area that will take you to a training, a free training on prospecting. Okay, it's going to be an interview by a business person who will take you step by step on how he was able to get close to 1,300 prospects to the business that he's a member of. So can you imagine getting 1,300 people to join your business? The level, the ranking you would be. So please, I'm going to share this link in the comment. Just click on that. It's a free training on how to get 1,300 people to your business. Thank you. Thank you for attending. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video where I will continue teaching on how to prospect using social media. Thank you again.